My name is Marlowe Bennett. And the day my family abandoned my grandmother at an airport, I thought I was witnessing cruelty. Airplane heartbreak, old woman. What I didn't know was that Grandma wasn't confused. She wasn't lost. And she definitely wasn't helpless. She was waiting. Waiting for someone. Waiting for the truth. A truth so shocking that within 48 hours, my family stopped speaking to each other. And it all started because I refused to leave her sitting alone at gate 23. My name is Marlowe Bennett. I grew up in Savannah, Georgia. If you asked my relatives, they'd tell you our family was close. Loving. Supportive. The kind of family that always showed up for each other. But that was only the version they showed outsiders. The reality looked different, especially when it came to my grandmother, Vivian Bennett. Grandma Vivian was 82. Sharp, elegant, funny, the kind of woman who remembered every birthday and every promise. Unfortunately, as she got older, my family started treating her like a burden. Not openly, never publicly, but privately. The signs were obvious. Family dinners happened without inviting her. Vacations were planned without consulting her. Important decisions were made behind her back. The worst offender was my uncle, Derek Bennett. After Grandpa died, Derek became obsessed with controlling everything. The house, the finances, the schedule, the narrative. According to him, Grandma needed less stress. What he really meant was less independence. The situation worsened after Grandma sold a valuable piece of inherited land. Nobody knew exactly how much she received. Only that it was substantial. Very substantial. Suddenly relatives became unusually interested in helping her. Offering advice. Managing accounts. Handling paperwork. Grandma noticed. She always noticed. But she rarely complained. Then came the airport incident. The event that changed everything. Our entire family planned a reunion trip to Seattle. Dozens of relatives. Flights booked months in advance. Hotels reserved. Activities organized. Grandma seemed excited. For weeks she talked about seeing the Pacific Northwest. The morning of departure started normally. Everyone met at Atlanta International Airport. The terminal was crowded, chaotic, busy, typical travel day. Then a problem emerged. Grandma's boarding pass apparently contained an issue. At least that's what Derek claimed. He pulled several relatives aside. Whispered something. Then suddenly everyone seemed frustrated. Annoyed. Impatient. Within minutes, family members started leaving. One by one. I couldn't understand what was happening. Then Derek approached Grandma. His voice sounded forced. Almost rehearsed. He told her she should stay behind. Claimed traveling would be too difficult. Claimed she'd be safer at home. Claimed someone would return later. The explanation made no sense. Grandma looked hurt. Deeply hurt. But she remained calm. Then my family did something unbelievable. They left. Actually left. They boarded the flight. Without her. I stood there staring in disbelief. Surely someone would come back. Nobody did. Gate announcements echoed through the terminal. Passengers continued boarding. And Grandma sat alone beside a window. Holding her purse. Watching everyone disappear. The image broke my heart. So I stayed. I called Derek. No answer. Called my mother. No answer. Sent messages. Ignored. Finally I sat beside Grandma. And asked the obvious question. Do you want to go home? She smiled. A strange smile. Then said something unexpected. No, sweetheart. I've been waiting for this. Waiting. For what? She didn't answer immediately. Instead she asked me buying coffee. 2 coffees. Extra cream. Just like always. Then she opened her purse. And pulled out a thick envelope. The moment I saw it, I knew something was wrong. Or right. Depending on perspective. Inside were documents, letters, photographs, financial records, years of records. Then Grandma told me everything. Apparently Grandpa created a family trust decades earlier. A massive trust. One nobody fully understood. After his death, Derek volunteered managing many details. Over time, Grandma became suspicious. Numbers didn't match. Accounts changed. Assets disappeared. Questions went unanswered. Whenever she asked for explanations, Derek became defensive. Then she discovered something shocking. Several family properties had quietly transferred ownership. Large sums moved between accounts. And signatures appeared on documents she never remembered signing. For 3 years, Grandma investigated secretly, hiring auditors, collecting evidence, building a case. The airport trip wasn't random. It was a test, a final test. She intentionally created a minor boarding issue, a harmless issue, one easily resolved. She wanted seeing who stayed, who cared, who treated her like family instead of an inconvenience. The results were devastating. Almost everyone left, including people she trusted most. Then another surprise arrived. A man approached our seating area. Tall, professional, carrying a briefcase. Grandma smiled immediately. Apparently she knew him. His name was Nathan Cole, a forensic accountant, the man helping her investigation. And he brought news. Big news. The audit was complete. The findings were worse than anyone expected. According to the evidence, millions of dollars had been mismanaged. Not stolen outright, but redirected, manipulated, used improperly. Benefits flowed heavily toward specific family members, especially Derek. The truth was undeniable. That afternoon, instead of flying to Seattle, we drove downtown. Straight to a law office. Grandma spent hours signing documents, updating trust instructions, changing authorities, reassigning responsibilities, everything. Meanwhile, my family enjoyed their vacation, completely unaware. 2 days later they returned, and chaos began. Emergency meetings, lawyers, accountants, phone calls, panic. Because every financial privilege Derek controlled had been frozen, every account flagged, every transaction reviewed. Nobody understood why, until Grandma gathered everyone together. I'll never forget that meeting. The room felt tense, heavy, silent. Then Grandma spoke, not angrily, not emotionally, calmly. She explained the airport test, explained the investigation, explained the findings. One by one, excuses collapsed. Some relatives cried, others argued. Derek denied everything, at first. Then evidence appeared, emails, transfers, documents, witness statements. Eventually even he stopped talking. The silence said enough. But the biggest shock wasn't financial. It was personal. Grandma revealed that losing money hurt less than discovering who valued her only when benefits existed. That truth devastated everyone, including me, because I realized how lonely she'd been, how long she'd carried this burden. Then came the final twist. Grandma announced major trust changes. Many expected punishment, disinheritance, revenge. Instead she did something remarkable. She created scholarship programs, charitable funds, community projects. Most wealth would now help others. Not family infighting, not greed, not entitlement. Purpose, real purpose. And then she looked directly at me, in front of everyone, and said, "Thank you for staying." I cried immediately, not because of money, not because of recognition, because in that moment I realized something. The greatest gift I gave Grandma wasn't solving her problems. It wasn't protecting her assets. It wasn't uncovering the truth. It was simply refusing to leave. Sometimes that's enough. Sometimes staying matters more than fixing. Today Grandma is 86. Still sharp, still funny, still impossible to fool. And every year when we travel together, she jokes about airports. Especially Gate 23, the place where everyone revealed who they truly were, including me. Character is revealed by how you treat people when they can no longer benefit you. Stay loyal, stay kind, and never underestimate the power of simply showing up for someone who feels forgotten. If this story touched your heart, thumbs up, like this video. Bell, subscribe for more emotional family drama stories. Speech balloon, comment below. Would you have stayed with Grandma at the airport, or boarded the flight with the rest of the family? Crying airplane, heartbreak old woman.